I'm ready for the countdown?
Yep.
Alright. 3, 2, 1, go.
Ooh,
Good luck to all the runners.
of course. So Sam, you wanna tell us a little bit about Bionicle as a game?
So it's a pretty cool like walking simulator. But it's got some like neat tricks, a lot of out of bounds. I know nothing about the lore, but I know a lot about the speedrun. The first thing they're doing here, they're gonna immediately quit the level and then reload it to skip an initial cutscene, saving like a minute. I think for some, depending if you're on PC, you actually have to save and quit before quitting. The same for Xbox, but GameCube runners will be just fine, just quitting. A lot of this initial level here, Tahu's is jumping on these rocks to skip text boxes, like tutorial text boxes. That's like the key like, tech for this level, I guess. There is a skip that the runner could go for called Tower Skip, which says like 2 minutes, but it's really inconsistent and not really like watchable. It's like, really like awful to watch, and they're not going to go for it this run.
So since you mentioned like PC and Xbox and GameCube, are there any like specific version differences that makes one version superior over the other?
I think right now, the best version is like NTSC GameCube / Wii, because like for PAL the walking speed is significantly slower, but a lot of like the collisions a little bit weird on PAL as well as on PS2. Like general the collision a little bit different. I'm not sure about PC. I think also it's like for Xbox PC, you have to save and quit for skipping the first cutscene, which is just a little difference.
Is there any difference between loads between the different consoles, or is it just all
From
consistent?
what I know, I'm not sure. I've never really timed it. I would assume there is probably difference between loads, but I think GameCube overall just like tops it out. I think most consoles are the same, but maybe PC is different.
Gotcha.
We need Rahi power to open this door.
Refreshing on the stream there.
The camera pans up to this little door over here, and it's telling us to like, get these like
Rescue Majora
these guys to open up a door. So we have to save these Matoran helpers and be able to open the door. But the skip is basically we can walk through this wall and skip going through this whole section here and go right to that door and go right to the final the boss for this area.
Huh.
So here's like coming up here is the first mini boss, the little scorpion guy. They're gonna be hopping on these rocks to get over to him, and there's like some little bit of tech involved in killing the scorpion, and it's the same tech that's being used in the final boss. Is that if we tap forward in between shots, you can basically cancel the animation of the shots. We like spam fire basically. It's really neat. It actually allows us to kill the boss pretty quickly. See, the cowminn got it pretty good, and so did OnDerEh.
Nice. So are there mini bosses like these in every single level, or is it like a not timely? Ooh.
That death that there's actually intended. It spawns a little bit farther forward.
Ah. Okay.
There's mini bosses in I think most levels, but not all of them. There's at least a boss in every level.
Okay. So is this like a midway boss, or is this just like...
Yeah, the Scorpion's a midway boss.
Okay.
There's always usually a form of a quick kill for most bosses in this game. This stream coming up right now that both Cow and OnDerEh are in is pretty RNG heavy, where these scorpions will be, and also depending on if you're like shot will targets or pillars, it's really random and hard to control. But what they want to do is they want to break the pillars before attacking the scorpion in the middle, so they can just focus on the scorpion afterwards. Because if once you kill a scorpion, the next one will jump down and just waste time. So you just insta kill them by breaking the pillars instead.
You mind if I
This game
sneak,
does have some
sneak
quality
in a quick
audio.
donation?
Alright, go ahead.
We got $10 from Raffo with no comment. Thank you very much, Raffo.
Let's go.
Love
No
to see it.
comment.
So now cowminn and OnDerEh are going into the first actual boss for this level. It's a recurring boss. It's the Boroks. They're in pretty much almost every single level we play. This fight has a lot of RNG in it too. Like their movements are random. If they decide to burrow into the ground, it's random. And as long also with like whenever they decide to attack you, it's kind of random. So there's a lot of RNG in this boss fight. So your time can vary a lot here. It seemed like OnDerEh had a pretty good first Borok.
So I noticed that you said they're in like every single stage that you play. Are there any stages that you skip in the run?
We can't skip any stages, unfortunately. We have to play every level. But there are like skips in the levels themselves to make them a lot faster.
Okay.
A lot of out of bounds in this game. Cam's getting some interesting Boroks here. I think OnDerEh's got like pretty solid Boroks this fight.
We have both MiyKam and ToaIdar going in.
Yeah, they're not too far behind.
Not at all.
I can't tell if I think on MiyKam's is it MiyKam? No, ToaIdar. I think the PC lags a little bit here. Not sure though. That's like his stream or what, but I think it's just like a little laggy on PC. Seems like OnDerEh's a little bit ahead, pulled a little bit ahead here because of the boss fight. You got a better RNG compared to cowminn. But the next level coming up also has a lot of RNG. This game is like pretty RNG heavy, which kind of sucks, but some of it can be like dealt with.
RNG Lego walking simulator. Let's go.
It's the best speed game. So now OnDerEh's entering Kopaka, which is a sliding level. We are like sliding on a mountain the whole time as Kopaka.
So how did we get here from a mountain?
I don't know. We just kind of ended up here.
It's pretty cool. They decided they wanted to go on a little ski trip. Headed out to the slope.
Take a little vacation.
I respect it. I really do.
So this first section is like sliding down. Like the cameras are in front of them, which I don't know why this is the case. It really makes no sense, but it is. Then it switches to be behind us. So about last year, Cam decided that was very keen on going first person when sliding down, which we don't know is faster or not, but it kind of is a thing. Oh, so he's doing it. Oh, he canceled it. Yeah, but first person's like interesting. We think it might be slower actually, because like there's a transition to get out of it and into it, which is actually I think loses frames. So just faster to be in third person. But in these speed boosts, they're gonna want to jump to maintain all that speed in the air, because when they're on the ground, they go back to normal sliding speed. They're gonna jump to maintain all that momentum. They also want to take these weird paths down the slide to avoid bonking on the snow.
I'll just real quick, make sure I'm at a proper sync.
Yeah, so the bottom right corner is actually like a weird timer. I know it's hard to tell it's a timer, but it is. They have to get down the mountain fast enough to get into this gate before it closes.
I see. So they accidentally just turned the font onto Wingdings before shipping the game?
Yeah. Yeah.
Pretty nice.
The Bionicle font.
Bionicle.
Ooh, OnDerEh again the gap jump. Let's go.
So I see that there are these like energy and like gems they're picking up. Is that useful at all in the run, or is that just
they're just a collectible. There is like one collectible that's actually pretty useful to pick up, which is these masks. They refill your health and all your energy. And those are picked up pretty frequently when we can. Just if we're low.
Alright. We see OnDerEh and now cowminn getting to the bottom of the slopes.
Yeah.
They finished their vacation.
Vacation's not over yet.
What?
Yeah, no, it's unfortunate. But
oh, that's very fortunate.
We introduced to the another Borok for this level. There are two Boroks we have to fight in this, and getting quick kills are very vital to saving time. Especially in the second Borok, it's like you need to get a quick kill to actually be like, ahead of your PB, and it's hard to get a quick kill.
Oh, I see OnDerEh going first person.
Yeah, this actually a forced first person section right here.
Ah, okay.
It's like it's where it introduces it, but you could actually activate it before, which is a little weird.
So can you use first person when you're just like in normal play?
Yeah, you can do it whenever you want. Except for I think it's only in slime levels. You can go first person.
Okay. We have
So
some
see if you get a quick kill here.
some nice sync between MiyKam and ToaIdar.
So they want to shield the Boroks to stun them, and they'll be able to attack them during that moment. See if UnDerEh gets a good quick kill here. Pretty good fight for OnDerEh. Let's see how cowminn's goes. I think cowminn's got a... Ooh, that first shot missed there. I think cowminn's got a pretty good... That's a really good fight for cowminn. He made up some time on OnDerEh there. I think the second Bark fight was we're going to see whoever's going to be ahead here between OnDerEh or cowminn. Because that's a pretty rough fight. There is a pretty decent chance, at least before we kind of understood how the fight works more, there's a pretty good chance that you just fail the slide. Because if you don't make it down the mountain fast enough, you don't kill a Borok, you'll actually fail and have to go down again. Now we're going to see a nice little boulder escape, little Indiana Jones style part of the slide. These rocks that come out of the boulder are in a set pattern, I'm pretty sure. But you don't want to get hit by them because you will slow down a lot. So they try to hug the left wall here as much as possible to avoid getting hit. You can actually shield the boulders coming down at you, but that also slows you down, so it's literally useless.
OnDerEh escaping the boulders.
Let's go. First try. Cowminn get it too.
We have MiyKam and ToaIdar going into the boulder right now. They're not too far behind.
Yeah, it's pretty close still. It's nice. So now we're gonna head up to the final Borok for this section. This is the red Borok. He is quite the crazy guy. He likes to speed up ahead of you a lot, and also like just be barely out of reach for you to hit him. And if you're he has to place spikes behind you randomly to stop you from catching up to him. If you get bad RNG, you can like get bodied by the spikes and just lose the race. Ooh, OnDerEh getting hit there by that Borok shot. OnDerEh gets some nice hits in here. He's not gonna get the quick kill, but he will get a decent shot here. Ooh, if you shield him right there, he's a really high chance of just burning immediately. Like, there's no chance before that river. Usually, like, right around this rock here is when you want to get him.
So, in terms of the attacks that OnDerEh and cowminn are using, how does the projectile differ from like a melee attack if you have one? Because I see they're holding some kind of. Like,
there's no real melee attacks in this game. It's all
really?
like projectile. Yeah, basically you just shield them to stun them, and then you use your weird like laser sword to attack them.
Is there any timer on like how long you can use it until like you have to wait? Is there any recharge period?
You have like there's an orange meter underneath your health. That's like your energy meter for your attack, and you can you recharge that by either shielding the attack or getting a mask. Looks like MiyKam got a pretty good fight there actually. Now we're getting to a very movement heavy level here. Golly.
ToaIdar finished very shortly behind OnDerEh. I mean, pardon, MiyKam.
This level is very movement intense because Golly moves very fast in the water. If we just mash Y, we move very fast.
Yeah,
And the whole goal for this level is to collect these Matorn helpers again. And this level went through a lot of routing differences. MiyKam put a lot of time into routing this level. And recently, I think cowminn found a faster route. So, yeah.
The runners decided that they were sick of their parade getting rained on while they were going down the slope, so they decided just a nice tropical beach area.
Yeah, nice little beach vacation.
Pretty huts, yeah.
Chillax in the sun.
And soothe their
go
sorrows.
for a swim. Ooh, cowminn backing up that little mistake there. What a beast.
Commentator bias. You hate to see it.
What? Hey, it's not true.
Hey, it's true. So what is the objective of this level? Is it a linear level, or are you like exploring for things?
It's pretty linear. The objective here is to collect 13 Matoran helpers, I think. Or is it 14? I think it's 13. 13 Matoran helpers to actually get enough of them to go into, like, they go into this whale, and then we're able to go into the boss for this area. And there's a lot, like, we want to be in the water as much as possible, basically, and because it's a lot faster for movement. And a little bit of tech for Regali is that when you double jump out of the water and you spam Y, it would do this weird like dive out of water and get like launched forward.
Off enough thing.
Yeah. Like you never really meant to dive on land, so it kind of just like launches you forward a little bit. You see it here. You see OnDerEh do it there. He like launched up to that cliff. So we're seeing the dreaded barrel jump.
Shouts to Toss.
This trick is hated by some runners. Ooh, OnDerEh getting hit there. His recharge is Super Blast. It's unfortunate. Also, if you hold the B button, and then after that, once your meter's fully charged and you hit Y, you do a Nuva Blast. It actually breaks these energy shields holding the Torrens. Ooh, cowminn getting the barrelless jump. What a beast.
So are these runners doing any different routes that you can notice, or are they all following a rather similar route?
For the most part, the routes are similar. I think in the later section, they're going to be a little different. Also, what cowminn just did there is he went on the water and just mashed Y against this fence and was able to clip through. Normally skipping, what that does is it skips a cutscene of Matoran lowering this crane to pull up a rock. And then we just enter the load zone for the next area. And a fun fact, if you don't have enough Matorans entering this section, you're soft locked. So this is where like routes differ a little bit. cowminn's gonna skip that one in the energy tank up there, which is known as a little bridge. He's gonna go straight for this cave to get one of them, and then he's gonna get another one on these pillars. That's like the difference in routing, I think, between like the rest of the runners.
They just jumped up.
Can I sneak in a quick donation?
Yeah, go ahead.
We got $10 from Kodo saying Deepwood cowminn.
Deepwood. Deepwood, sister. It's a little Lua. It's a good level. It's later than the run, but that level is pretty fun. We get to fly in that level. cowminn's not entering both cowminn and OnDerEh enter the boss fight at very similar times.
They're very much neck and neck.
We're gonna be seeing the quick kill for this boss. It involves a Suva Blast or Nuva Blast. I've heard the name. I think it's Nuva Blast. What the runners are gonna be doing is they're gonna be as they're falling the level, they're gonna be holding B to start a Suva Blast, then immediately let it go, killing all the Boroks at once. So that the boss is over.
Ow. So is that a move they only learned in this level, like while they had to break the shields?
You have it. I'm pretty sure you don't have it in the first level. Even if you did, the boss fight would be easy.
Yeah, that's what I was asking about.
Yeah, but we have it in like I think this level onward.
Okay.
But it's not really useful anywhere else.
Are we gonna be seeing that for most of the fights at the end? Just a quick blast?
Unfortunately, no. We're gonna have to actually kill all boss fights. So now we're gonna be doing the Bahatu cutscene skip. This trick's really weird because sometimes you'll just get it every single time. This one just doesn't work. They're gonna be hugging. They're gonna jump on this like mountain here, then hugging the wall as much as possible to avoid this cutscene trigger. And then both runners got it. Nice. It's actually like, I would say it's a little harder than it looks, but like it's easy and hard at the same time.
Then we have Idar just finished off the boss as well as MiyKam.
Yep.
So we're about to move on to the next level.
So now both runners are entering Pohatu, which is a rail section. We're on like a minecart. And there's actually speed tech for this minecart section, believe it or not.
Sorry to drop
A
in
lot
like
of
this.
on upward slopes, we want to be jumping to maintain all of our speed because we actually go a lot slower going uphill.
How are we supposed to get out?
So that's like the moving tech for this level.
Need to open the
I think
sixth
all
door.
runners got the cutscene skip. Let's go.
Yeah.
That's Pog.
It's very nice that there's no like large gap between.
Yeah, it's still a really close race.
running.
It's awesome.
Yeah.
So something I didn't mention really for text boxes, we actually want to, instead of mashing A, we want to hold A down to speed up the text. Ooh. Eat our
I know
falling
you
down
said
there.
earlier that PAL is slower due to like slower walking speeds, but is there any like specific console that has an advantage on like how many text boxes appear, or how many characters appear?
That's something we never really tested for PAL is like language differences. I assume if we like, I think even with language differences, PAL is still slower overall just due to walking.
Does this game not support PAL 60 for certain consoles?
You mean like PAL 360?
No, like
PAL
PAL
60 hertz.
60 FPS, correct.
I don't think this game does. I don't think we've ever been brought that up as an option.
Shame.
Yeah.
Granted, the text still is, you know, rather fast. That's not an issue.
Yeah. So the goal for Pahatsu here is we want to, like, these little like weird things on the side of the level, like they're like, they look like red like stoplights and like go lights. But we just want to hit those to open up this gate-ridden level to actually advance. And we want to maintain like this energy meter below it, like below health to actually maintain a high speed. So kind of the jump to that's actually what we call frame perfect, even though it's actually not frame perfect. We have to believe it's frame perfect, but it's actually pretty easy.
We call it frame perfect, however.
It's we probably have like a probably whole second to do the jump.
Nice.
Yeah. So I guess
So,
we seeing in this section counts be spamming jump here to maintain all speed, as I said earlier.
I see that we've had 2 vehicle levels so far, the snowboarding and now this minecart. Are there any other like notable like different vehicle levels in the run?
No, that's it. There's no more vehicle levels.
Oh.
These little rhinos with their axe can be very annoying. Sometimes your attack will just not hit the spikes or the axes. Camus did a pretty good go there. I think he bonked once. Seems like Cowminn and OnDerEh are pretty close here. Hopefully Cowminn goes for the classic mashing A in the tunnel at the end here. So both runners got all the gates. Let's go. Cowminn's doing the mash. The monster mash. It's right there, like, that's actually that spot where Cowminn's doing the mash. I crashed there. Last LEGOthon.
Why would you want him to crash?
No, I didn't want him to crash. I'm saying last time I did that, I crashed.
Nice. Is it any faster?
No. I think it's just swag.
I respect that.
Maybe it saves frames, but I don't know. So hopefully it's going to just both make save saves here, because after this cutscene, you have a decent chance of crashing. The game is well made, I promise.
Now, is it specific to the version they're playing on? I'm assuming they're playing on the same version?
Just, I think it's on every version. Cowminn going for the not saving, and he doesn't crash. What a dude! He's going all in.
Man.
So this is another walking simulator level. This one's pretty boring. I think if you do have any more destinations to read, you might as well read them now. All right, then I'll explain what's going on here.
You guys have a job, don't you?
A lot of this is just like pushing these like statues into place, and that's literally it. It's this whole level. Coming over for a little corner jump there saves like probably a second at most. Yeah, but when we're pushing these rocks, we want to be spamming shields, because if we get hit, then it'll like stun us for a second. We won't be able to push the statue anymore.
So sadly, after our snowbound and tropical vacations, we had to get back to work eventually, just doing some dirty work in the mines.
Back in the mines.
Bringing home the dollars.
Gotta feed the wife and kids. Yeah, but still is pretty boring. It's like the definition of walking simulator. The only thing that's like interesting is we have one out of bounds that we'll see shortly, and we have a pretty interesting strategy for the boss fight, which I'll hopefully explain well enough. Yo,
Watching-
pushing these boulders are as finicky as it looks.
Yeah, I was about to say, watching OnDerEh push this stone, I was gonna ask how the physics engine really handles you doing that. Just watching it looks very awkward.
I don't know what the hitbox for the statue looks like, but I bet it's not good. So this level is prone to crashing in a lot of places. Coming up here, cowminn's could have potential crashing at this scorpion here. Looks like he's good though. There's at least 2 more spots this game could crash in this level. Cowminn needs to grab this mask, or else you die. Alright, smart man. Sometimes this scorpion can either leave you alone or just destroy you. So coming up here is the bowl section. These are just like weird Bionicle bowls. They charge these like weird like targets, and the strategy is just like to jump and mash shield to avoid taking damage or take as little damage as possible. Because if you're in the center of that and not shielding, you will get insta killed. So casually this section is really tough, but as a runner, like it's pretty easy. We just need to jump and mash shield. And there are, randomly during the middle of the section, there's like random health pickups for some reason. Like we don't know where they come from. They just spawn in. So like cowminn had a pretty good bowl section there. So he did not crash after the bowl section, because right after that you have a chance of crashing immediately after doing the bowls. It's pretty cool. Coming up now is the last section you could possibly crash in, is up this little hallway here. So cowminn avoided it. Let's go. I'm pretty sure OnDerEh is also going to avoid it. So right now, cowminn's going to be doing the out of bounds trick here. We walked into this rock, and then we're able to just walk through this wall. And now we're going to be going through the void, and we're going to head over to the boss room.
Oh, so this is the flying level you were talking about.
Yeah. Now we're doing the flying section. Yeah, doing this is way faster than going through the whole level. We just take a straight path to the boss fight.
And it's very entertaining.
Yeah, we're kind of just like T-posing, flying around. So I'll try to explain what's going on with this boss fight here. This boss fight is like cycle-based, and these little like capsules will open up based on a cycle. So what cowminn wants to do is he wants to push the first one all the way forward because it'll meet up the cycle, which you'll see here in a second. And also, but after that, he wants to push the second boulder like just a little bit, and then after he pushes that one, he wants to go immediately to the third one. So basically, what he does, he's like alternating which boulders he pushes to meet up with cycles.
ToaIdar took a lot of damage in that hallway, but he was able to survive it out.
Yeah. In between cycles, we want to like push other boulders as far forward as possible to make it a lot easier on ourselves.
MiyKam gets the rock eating.
Let's go. Rock skip. Rock out of bounds.
ToaIdar also gets it. Nice. Rock successfully munched on.
Yeah, this boss fight was pretty rough. When I started out running this game, I had no idea how it worked, so I just lose like minutes.
I mean, on top of that, you also have to push the jankiest rocks in the universe.
Yeah, that's true. My strat for pushing rocks is like, I don't hold all the way forward. I like barely move forward, so I basically have the shield push it rather than me push it. Kind of barely makes a cycle here, and that's the boss fight. Oh, no, he's one more thing. I'm done. I forgot how this boss fight works.
Yeah, Sam's done.
Just one last capsule here.
It's very nice seeing all runners on the like same fight again. Although some are farther ahead than others.
Yeah, all right,
It's
cowminn.
nice seeing that there's really not a
the boss
huge
fight
difference.
done. Yeah, it's nice. It's a pretty close race. All right, cowminn. All right, now we're in Lua, which is a pretty interesting level. We're gonna go back to some sliding, but very minimal sliding here. And again, the
driving,
game for this level is picking up the Torn Helpers to activate the Suva, and then after we get the Torn Helpers, we're actually be able to activate our power of gliding.
Well, you can already do that.
Well, this is like actual gliding, not like your out of bounds gliding.
Ah, yeah.
So immediately what comes to do is he's gonna walk off and die. That's actually intentional. He's supposed to do that to skip like walking a little bit. Because the checkpoint in this game for the first second is actually a little further than where you spawn in.
Expected anyone to really die due to nothing.
Yeah, this game has some weird intentional deaths because checkpoints are interesting.
I mean, it does cut down on the walking, which is what I actually watched this game for.
I was
Not too
supposed to
happy
like
about
have
it.
a fake reaction, be like, "Oh no, he died," but I forgot about that last second. I'll do for OnDerEh. Oh my god, he died in an accident. Just kidding. He was supposed to do that as on
On
purpose.
accident.
Yeah, this slime level is pretty boring. But after this section, it gets really interesting. You do a lot of gliding. And we have a
So
boss fight later, which is somewhat RNG, but we can we have some minips for him.
Is gliding a mechanic like swimming, where it's just generally faster than walking?
It doesn't seem like there's much benefit to gliding. You seem to go in the same speed as walking.
It's a shame.
But it covers pretty far gaps, so it's useful for just optimizing platforming.
And then the Bionicles decided we really want to go into that one Star Wars planet that the Wookiees live in.
You mean
Now they're up on
Ewoks?
the trees.
You-
Ewoks don't live in the trees, right?
Yeah, they do.
Not these trees though.
They basically live in these trees.
No, dude, Wookiees do. Haven't you ever seen the Star Wars Christmas special?
I have not, but I
Dude.
don't want to. I have definitely played Lego Star Wars though, and they
Let me
definitely live
tell
in the
you.
trees.
Let me
Ewoks.
tell you, Ewoks. I don't remember what I'm saying.
Yeah. Okay, that was good. Alright, so now we're gonna get our gliding ability now. And immediately what Calvin's gonna do is he's gonna do a single jump on this bouncy platform to his left, and then space his jumps properly to skip a text box of the tutorial telling you how to glide.
Maybe it is Ewoks.
I think it is Ewok. I think you're a little
No,
mistaken.
wait. Where do the Wookiees live?
You're actually googling this. This is real. I guess what you did, I'll explain what's going on here. So these like weird like discolored platforms, they'll crumble and fall. So we want to jump off those as fast as possible.
No, yeah, dude, I definitely mean the Wookiees.
Dude. Just like that's like yeah, whatever Loopy said in dude, everyone's calling you on chat. The Ewoks live in trees too.
Dude,
Alright, they both live in trees, alright? So let's
I-
just disagree. Let's agree on that.
I'm not disagreeing. I'm just saying it kind of looks like the area where Wookiees live.
Dude, alright. Chat. Settle this. This is where the Ewoks live, right?
Okay, that's not how you pose an argument. Do you think this is where the Ewoks live or the Wookiees live? I know Chewie is a Wookiee, and then Ewoks are like the guys that screwed up my boy R2 in the desert.
That's not the Ewoks.
What? I'm pissed.
You think Ewoks live in the desert?
Wait, what do Ewoks look like? Give me a minute. Am I messing
They're
up
like
here?
the little like teddy bear guys.
Yeah, like the little cute guys. Yeah. Oh my god, I'm combining these guys with the weird little guys that live in the desert.
Like the Sand Raiders?
Yeah.
No. The guys are like Houdini.
Yes, I'm combining these two in my head.
Okay.
Damn.
So Calvin's gonna do he's gonna do some platform here to make a cycle. I mean, make a cycle in this windmill here. If he's fast enough, he'll just be able to grab the windmill as it's coming, swing up to the platform on the left. Looks like he made it just in time.
Jawas, yeah, okay, I definitely combined. Yes, give me a minute, I'm looking up Jawas. This is now a Lego Star Wars stream.
I mean, I guess we are somewhat on topic talking about Star Wars, but yeah.
Yeah, I definitely combined Jawas and Ewoks.
Alright, so now we're gonna introduce the bosses section, which is some like weird like I don't know what they're called. They're called Rakshi. Are those guys Rakshi? Can someone confirm this?
I can't.
Alright, sounds good.
Yes, those are Rockshi.
Alright, let's go. I was right. I had someone on my lore. So, come to jump on this bubble here, which is very weird to land on.
It's actually the jungle level from Jet Fusion.
It's if only Jimmy Neutron was Lego, then we could be like, yeah.
Lego Jimmy Neutron, let's go.
So it kind of was the great Gecko bird, or Guko, I don't know. This is where we actually test our flying abilities, like push to the limits here. And we're gonna follow this Guggerbird's path to not, because if we're like not in its like, wind trail, we'll just fall down and die. So this action can be a little tough, but once you like know the pattern, it's pretty easy. Or his movements, I guess. So we're gonna do another intentional death here to make this platform cycle a little bit better.
Man, we have to actually. Oh no, they died!
Oh my
man.
god, dude, why'd he die?
Wow.
Cowminn throwing the run.
Wow, throwing
Anyway,
for
so-
content.
So now we're gonna introduce the boss fight here. We're just gonna play a little game of chess, but it's not really chess. It's like more like checkers, I guess. But we're gonna want to like, we're not gonna want to attack the boss until a little bit later. We're gonna want to like manipulate him to the corner here. Cowminn looks like he's gonna have a pretty good boss fight here. We want him to break down platforms, and then have him jump backwards. Ooh, so that's not very ideal for Cowminn. You have to try to work with this. Basically, you want to like you want him to break the platforms rather than you, so he'll like trap himself essentially.
And this guy has the jumps, dude.
Yeah. Ultimately, this boss fight takes like probably 10 seconds, like 15 seconds.
Andre just doing the intentional death. I wonder if he will come back out ahead. Who gets the boss quick kill?
I think Cowminn's got this in the bag, but who knows? Under could bring it back here. I think it all comes down to the next level, which is the lava race, which is pretty rough. All right, I think Cowminn's got the quick kill here, or like the not like this is ideally what the quick kill looks like. We get him trapped on the two platforms, then we just break one of them, and he has nowhere to go, so he just dies. I think Andre got
Now
a
we're watching Andre.
So yeah, suboptimal boss fight. Actually, no, Andre's gonna back this up pretty well.
Oh, dear.
If you jumped backwards, it would have been perfect, or near perfect.
The mask I found was the mask of
As a
Coming
big
up here is
shame.
Cowminn's entering lava race, which is like the most brutal level.
Oh
of
wait,
run, and it's right
Andre
at the
just
end.
backed it
Ooh,
up very fast.
That was good. Good backup by Andre. That was good.
I don't know.
He made up some time there.
I've lost the mask to those creatures, and they're
Yeah, so this is lava race. This is the second to last level, and it is very brutal because you're racing. I think it's Makuta. No, you're racing one of the Roxy down this lava here, and he can rubber band super heavily, like insanely bad. Or sometimes he'll just get stuck and then never catch you ever. So either you get like destroyed, or you destroy him.
Quick little lore guide here. That little blue and red guy, that is the Chronicler. His name is Takua. He's on the quest to find this mask, and that Roxy took the mask, and that's why you're chasing him. Later on, you skip the cutscene, but he puts on the mask and he becomes the guy you play as in the final level.
Which I did not know until a little bit ago. Fun fact.
Yeah, so currently we're chasing Skull Kid down a mountain.
Yeah. I mean, sure. Skull Kid. It's actually Medora's mask.
Yeah, we're trying to get the Happy Mask Salesman back as the ancient treasure.
Like,
Ooh,
You got a pretty good boss fight.
very nice fight for MiyKam. See
Ooh.
how Idar goes. Oh,
Idar got
perfect
the
boss fight.
great boss fight. Oh, actually, I think he's got him here. He needs to attack his. There we go. That's a good
There
boss
it
fight.
is.
That's what you want to see. That was a good boss fight, really.
Wow. Gained
This is
a
a
lot
very
of lead
close
back.
race.
It's honestly
the
an
strat,
easy game.
the strat Cowminn goes for this boss fight, or this lava race, is being passive. Because if you attack him, he tends to rubber band more. So basically, what it is, he only really wants to shield getting attacked by like, or not getting attacked. Shields the damage from these spikes coming down sometimes, or stalactites. Which one I want on the ceiling? Stalactites or stalagmites? I don't know.
Stalactites are on the ground, I'm pretty sure.
Alright, so stalagmites though on the ceiling. He wants to shield those.
I need to
That's
confirm
pretty much
that
it.
would just look this
You
up.
really only want to attack him near the very end if he's like ahead of you.
Yeah, stalactite. Oh no, stalactite is from the ceiling.
Alright, so I guess I was wrong.
The stalagmite is on
Stalactites
the ground.
on the ceiling. Okay, so the lava race is very brutal level. Bro, I think both OnDerEh and cowminn are at the halfway point of this. OnDerEh's just entering the halfway point, but cowminn's been in here for a bit. I think cowminn's actually just about at the end, and he's had a pretty good lava race. The Roxy guys really never really interacted with him the whole time, which is what you want. Cowminn just finishing up lava race. That was really good. Now we're entering the final boss, which is against Makuta. I'm pretty sure. And
Now we're actually playing a skull
bet-
kit. It's a little bit different than the original Majora's Mask.
yeah, we actually now have the Great Deity's mask.
Great deity? Did you really just say that?
I said Great Deity, bro.
Dude, it's Fair deity.
Dude, you're right.
My man.
Anyway,
Doesn't know his Bionicle
the strat for this
lore.
boss fight is. The strat for this boss fight is as we did earlier, just tapping forward in between shots to basically like rapid fire all these enemies.
Going on to the boss as well.
You want to stay the center
You can't
platform
finish.
really,
Oh, no.
just to have him like be as far away from the attacks as possible. Because if you get hit, the boss will laugh, and that wastes like a little bit of time. So you want to avoid that as much as possible.
You don't want the boss to lower our confidence.
Yeah. Lower self-esteem lowered. Time lost.
Came had a bit of a bounce back right there.
Yeah, these like wasp guys can be a pain because like the hitboxes are whack. So Calvin's now entering the final phase of the boss fight here. We now have 3 of the runners in the final boss. Soon to be eat. So this final boss section, like this weird like we just want the goal is to deflect his attacks back at him, but we need to lower his shield because he puts this like weird energy sphere around him, or this cylinder, I guess. And so we need to jump on these weird like these weird like platforms to activate them to lower his shield, and then we were able to actually deflect his attack back at him.
All 4 runners fighting Ganondorf now.
That's Majora.
No, it's Ganondorf. You have to reflect his attacks.
Oh yeah, they're playing tennis with Ganon right now. Alright, OnDerEh now entering the final section of the boss fight. Final phase, rather. It's a super close race. Is awesome.
Yeah, it's kind of neat. I'm loving it.
A lot closer than last year's race, I must say.
I mean, last year's race, how many people participated?
It's two-person race,
And how many people crashed?
1. And I had control issues for a whole level, which caused me to lose like minutes.
This is what we call Johns in the industry.
It was not a John. My controller was literally like constantly holding back, so I was like forced to be moving slower the whole time. So Calvin's in like the final phase of the boss fight. Time on Calvin there.
And
I think Calvin bought my PB, so I'm kind of pissed.
he didn't even do funny skip.
44-3. Yeah, that actually I think ties my PB with Tattoo Skip, which is kind of embarrassing.
Let's go Taki skip.
But GG for Cowminn. Now we have all runners in the final phase of the boss fight. This is awesome.
Very, very excited to see how this ends out.
Almost a 43 from Cowminn, which 43 is a very respectable time. And I'm wondering if Like MiyKam is on PB pace, or so is Idar. I wonder if they're both on PB. It might be both on PB pace actually. You're
OnDerEh taking down
OnDerEh did not bottom
Ganondorf.
today. Feels good, man. But that's a GG to OnDerEh. It's like, yeah. Final phase is Ganon. I guess this is still Ganondorf, if you think about it.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Kevin did Tiger clip, he would have been very close to Rebecca
That's kind of insane.
for like a solid second place time. Kevin's very consistent in this game. Good.
Why doesn't any of that rub off on you?
I go fast. I'm not consistent, but I'm fast. Didn't have to roast me like that. It's kind of messed up. All right, time on a MiyKam or MiyKam.
Also on Idar.
Oh,
I think Idar had a slightly faster time on MiyKam.
we have to frame count that. Just kidding. I think Idar just barely edged out MiyKam. GG to all runners. That was a good race. That was super close, which is awesome.
Yeah, that was very nice. Congratulations to all the runners with very respectable times.
That's a PB for MiyKam. Let's go MiyKam.
Yeah,
Got a
let's go
PB.
MiyKam.
Also, yeah,
like to
Andre, I
see.
saw that wasp at the end was a little rough to you.
You know, Sam kind of popped off when it was being mean to you.
Hey, that's not true. I was never mean to Andre. So
Do you think,
the
Sam?
final cutscene here. I had no idea what's going on. He like opens his door.
So have you ever seen the ending of the?
I guess no. A Chrono Golden Mask. What? Hey, I'm talking here. I'm talking here.
I'm letting you talk.
So Chrono puts on like the golden mask on to Makuta, and then he's all a good guy now, and he like does stuff.
Wasn't it the guy who wanted to steal the
Ooh,
golden mask, or is it someone else?
Idar PB'd as well. Dude, 2 PBs in one race. Let's go, guys.
Oh,
Good job.
nice.
That was
That's
a lot closer
absolutely
race than
killer.
I want to talk about how last year I got like a terrible time in the race, and Cameron got like, almost for record. We don't talk about that.
This year was not the Sam redemption arc.
Yeah, maybe next year.
Yeah, well, congratulations to all the runners. That was a
Yeah,
very
good.
entertaining
That was
race.
a really solid
Kept it
race.
very close.
Good job. And up next we have a Prince with Lego Batman all red bricks. Let's go.
Hey, let's go.
Pog, I think. Unless I'm wrong. I'd be wrong actually. I'm probably wrong. Snow is next. All right, Snow Ice next. Even better.
Yeah. You know what they say. Watch the squadron.
I don't think they say that, but yeah, sure.
True.